Evening peeps, evening, welcome back to the channel. So we have got the final round of the Mazdas tonight. I forgot to mention it on the last stream. Might have mentioned it and not mentioned it on the stream before that. But yes, it is the final round tonight. I did post it on the page, forgot completely about it. I thought we'd ended these last week, but that was the Super Formulas. So we are on the final round tonight. It is from Autopolis or Autopolis, depending how you want to say it. We're on the short course tonight, so cut out a lot of the back part of the track. Yeah, we end up missing out. Oh, we're going backwards as well, are we? Are we? No. We're going the right way. Nope. My bad. So it is Autopolis tonight. It's a bit of a tricky one. Turn 1 can catch a lot of drivers out, so we'll see how everyone gets on through there. Right, let's have a look at setup. Don't worry, we haven't got a qualifying. We jumped straight into the races at about 5 past, so no qualifying. That was just for round 1, but the poster hasn't been changed. So first race is a 15-minute race. It's got false start, grid start as well. Fuel and tyre wear is set at ×1. Race 2 is a 15-minute reverse grid race set from race 1 finishing positions. Rolling start for that one. It says rolling start. It's been a grid start every time. Fuel and tyre wear is set to ×2, so it goes up a notch. And race 3 is a race grid set from race 2 results. So if you finish first, that's where you finish. That's where you start in race 3. If you last in race 2, that's where you start in race 3. Fuel and tyre wear goes up another notch, and it hits ×3 as well. Drivers must use mediums in one of these races. If using them in race 1, they must qualify on mediums, but again, that doesn't count because we're not doing qualifying. Straight into races. So BOP is on, brake balance only. They can play with. Corner cutting penalty is on light, and I think the pit penalty, not that they've got to come into the pits, is on as well. I'm not too sure. I could be absolutely lying to you lot. So points wise, so we've got 3 races tonight. There's still plenty of points up for grabs. But Mutt36 leads the way with 276 points. Ice Chand in second with 253. We've got Rob in third with 214 points. No Neck in fourth with 192. Raffo fifth with 163. Skippy in sixth with 156. Don in 7th with 144. We've got Captain Bugwash in 8th with 132 points. We've got Footer Eng in 9th with 121. Ricky J 10th with 119 points. The Dodger in 11th with 99 points. Bajonski 12th with 90 points. We've got Rick 2 Continue 13th with 87 points. Loki Outlaws 81 points for 14th. JPH 99, 62 points for 15th. Obi-Wan is 16th with 49 points. Valium Rage 47 points, 17th. 18th place is Tire Slayer. We've got Ape Hanger 66 in 19th with 13 points. And BMW Racer with just 3 points. A lot of those drivers not seeing the rest of the season out. So merch still available, people. T-shirts and stickers. I've got to be quick because we're about to start qualifying. If you want any of those, hit me up, darksmoker@googlemail.com. Right, turn the sound on before I forget. Turn that chat on to live as well so it doesn't miss any of your lot's noise. And let's go then. Qualifying just about to start, I think. So I think we cut this track off. Let's have a look. Where are we on circuit here? back half. Okay, we're just about to start this this first race then. Let's get ourselves on board. No Neck Monster, reverse grid from positions from last week. Oh, sorry, finishing positions from last week, was it? Or was it random? I don't know, but we've got No Neck Monster leading us out for race 1. I forgot to turn the nonsense on. Lights go on then. Lights go off. Oh, we've got a standing still driver on the line. Captain Pugwash, absolutely stationary. He's turning his steering. Oh, he's away now, but into the wall he goes. Looks like we've got a bit of a glitch going on here at Autopolis. A bit of a bumping and a barging in the background, but No Neck Monster has held on to the lead. Coming into turn 1. Ice Chan looking for a way past Mut 36 also. A little bit loose, these Mazdas. We are on the racing tyres, but yeah, still can be tricky. Oh, Ice Chan having to have a double chop at that one. No Neck then. Let's have a look. Where are we? So through this tricky, you can have a... You have to go in there pretty hot. You have to back off the throttle halfway through and then stamp on it again. Yeah, we continue up here. So we would usually turn left around a hairpin at the top of this track. Instead, we go to the right, drop down into this final part of this circuit, and then back onto the start-finish straight. It's a tricky track. First corner and last corner, really difficult to get right. Unfortunately, Captain Pugwash having a terrible start, stuck on the line. He's away, but it's a long way back into turn 1 then. Can't see the apex. Ice Chan slings one up the inside. Can he carry the speed round? No Neck Monster and Ice Chan side by side. Ice Chan's going to have the advantage coming down into this next turn. 90-degree right-hander. Look at the speed Mut 36 is carrying though, trying to go 3 wide through this right-hander. Mut 36 sneaks through, but can he get his wing? Yes, he can. He's already in front into the double apex left-hander. Through into second then. Ice Chan first, just through that little complex of corners. Whoa, Ricky J and Skippy having a little bit of a bump through the hairpin. Ricky J getting away with that, and Skippy. Valium's managed to pick himself up half a second penalty. He's sitting in 6th, Dodger in 7th. Under pressure from Rob Esto in 8th. Rick 2, 9th. Raffo in 10th. Captain Pugwash, yeah, with that tricky start off the line. 11.4 seconds down. Might put him in a good position for race 2. Ice Chan though still leads. 36 trying to close that gap down there and using the slipstream down the start finish straight. So yeah, you've got to literally wait till you're on the apex before you can. There you go. There you can just see on. Sorry, you just got to be on your braking point when you can see the apex on that corner. Tricky one. Ice Chan, obviously knowing this track pretty well, carries a fair chunk of speed around there compared to Mut 36. Takes a couple of tenths, 3 tenths actually out of that time. Still extending as we hit the double apex as well. Stretches up to a second there. Ice Chan for a little moment. No Neck Monster clinging on to the top 2 at the minute. Top 3 have pulled 2.2 seconds away from Ricky J. Skippy another 1.2 back. Oh, is that somebody going wide? Oh, I think it was Rob S sticking a wheel on the grass through there. Valiant Rage then lost his penalty, holding 6th still. Rob S still right behind him in 7th. Battle going on here though, Dodger and Raffo. Battle for 8th, Rick 2 trying to get himself back involved as well. Through the right-hander. Oh, Dodger leaving the door wide open. Chelsea the Blues stick some wheels on the grass as well. Rick 2 closing that gap. Just a second behind at the minute. Captain Pugwash still 8.3 back, unfortunately. Yeah, he's closing up. You can see drivers in front. Opportunities for him then. There was a bit of a battle here. Oh, Dodger. That's not the line. Managed to get through though. Not quite side by side. I thought Raffo and Dodger were side by side again coming into turn 1, but not to be. So Ice Chan still leads then. Mut 36 in second, hanging on to the rear end of Ice Chan. No Neck Monster's fallen off of this fight now. He's 2.3 seconds back. Ricky J's got someone to chase. 2.3 back himself. Valiant Rage, oh, gets a wobble on. He's managed to get himself into 5th. Who's binned it? Rob S has binned it. He stuck mediums on for race 1, get those out of the way, but that's obviously cost him. Hookwash has got past him actually, and Skippy's been tangled up in that one. Both drivers on the medium tyre. Top 2 then, still pretty much neck and neck, 0.5 of a second between them. Mr. Luke. Come on the butts. Oof. Oof. Oof, that's strong language there, Albert. Oh. There he is though. Chasing down Ice Chan, 0.4 of a second, claims a 10th back off him. Oh, a little bit of a wobble through there, both drivers. Exploring those track limits. Oh, 36 charging into the hairpin. Outbrakes himself a little bit. Again, into this tricky left-hander, carry a lot of speed in, then you just have to back off the throttle as you hit the apex and then stomp on it again on the way out. Can stick a couple of wheels on that grass if you're really brave on the right-hand side in between those 2 chunks of curb. You have got to be bang on. Still on the hunt then, but 36, keeping that 0.5 of a second gap. Again, it could be strategic from him. He might just be knowing how many points he's got. He might know how many he's got to score. He can happily sit in second maybe for the rest of the night or something. I know he's got enough points to still take the championship. Whereas Chandler, can't imagine it's going to make it easy for him. Again, we've got 3 races tonight, so anything could happen. And again, these Mazdas, not the easiest of cars to manage. Ricky J's made a little mistake, so he was just 2 seconds behind No Neck. He's now 4.6. Oh, Rick 2 is on the sand. Gets himself, Rob S, lucky there was some ghosting on. Rob S ploughing through, Rick 2 continues. Skippy's coming up behind him as well. Skippy gets past then, Rick 2 just backing off into the corner. He knows he's got dirty tyres, can't carry the speed into that turn. Unfortunately, sticks himself into 11th. Nice Chan then. Still hanging on to this first place. Fastest lap as well at the minute, but 36, another couple of tenths behind him. Mulson, evening, how you doing? Oh, something just popped up in the chat, was that? I don't know. Is that Rick 2? Is that what caused Rick 2 to go off? I don't know. Still 0.7 then, but 36 still gaining a toe off of Ice Chand. Not so much around the wiggly bits, but definitely on the straights. High Times sponsored car up front at the minute. Being chased by the Low Times. Well, I suppose it still could be High Times with McDonald's, couldn't it? The fast food chasing down the stoner is what it is. 36 carrying some speed through there, using all of that track coming out of that corner, keeping himself still 0.7. Around this final corner then, keeps himself just in touch, 0.8 of a second behind at the minute. Mutt, No Neck Monster then 5.7 seconds behind those two in the Flymo. Doesn't seem to be doing much grass cutting tonight. How many laps? Well, it's 15. Is it 15 laps or 15 minutes? I think it could be either. We're 9 minutes in. We've just hit lap 8, so it's going to be a very similar time. 1 minute 15 laps. But we have got 3 races tonight, Albert. So it's not just this one. Ricky J then still 5.3 seconds back. Wrecking Ball Racing hanging on to that 4th. Rafo's closed that gap up a little bit. 3 seconds behind him now in the dark grey digital camo. Valiant Rage loses that position again then. So he was 5th, he's back into 6th. Rob S back on track and into 7th, but he's got the Dodger and Captain Pugwash looking for a way past in 8th and 9th. Skippy in 10th, long way down. Rick 2 sitting first race out then. Got nudged off, yeah. So a little bit too far into race 1 to make any comeback. Get positions for Rick 2. Captain Pugwash lucky, had the poor start, but was able to get himself back involved in the fight. Again, it was off the grid, so it was straight off the line, so he was able to close gaps back up. But 36, look, just sitting there nice and comfortably behind Ice Chand. Again, it might be a strategic move just to just knowing if he can hang on to the second places, keep himself just somewhere in a certain realm within Ice Chand. But the battle is on here between them. Lap 9 then of possibly 15 or possibly 15 minutes. Me and Albert have just decided we don't know. I'm gonna pull up some stuff. Let's have a look. Where's it gone? Doop, 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 doop. That's the wrong one. That's the right one. It says 15 minutes. It says 15 minutes, but it could well be 15 laps. Not able to close that gap up on Ice Chando. All sorts of cups on the front of that thing. I don't know whether that's for how many cheeseburgers he's eaten or races won. Who knows? Let's have a look. Let's get on the front and see all the all those look. Champion Big Mac Eater, maybe, look, 36. Still on the hunt for Ice Chando. Let's go and see what else is happening. No Neck Monster falls a little bit further back, 8.7 seconds. Wasn't able to hang on to the top two. Ricky J still 4th though. He has had Raffo close that gap up on him. Now just 1.8 seconds behind him. Valiant Rage 6. Rob S managed to pull a little bit of a gap. He's in 7th. Whoa, sticking wheels on the grass through there. In 7th, managed to pull away from Captain Pugwash. And the Dodger fallen back into Skippy's hands. And again, Rick 2 continue. Oh, he's back on track, but a long way down. Now, will we see Mutt 36 pile the pressure on right at the end or not? What do we think? So if it's 15 minutes, we've got about 2 minutes left. If it's 15 laps, we've got 4.5. Falls a little bit further back though. Drops out of that tow range of Ice Chand. Can he get that back? Pushing it through there. I've been off through that corner myself. Through that fast left-hander. Gets that gap down to slipstream range again. Both drivers on that soft tyre, so they've still got to put a set of mediums on at some point tonight in either race 2 or race 3. No next soft tyres for race 1. Mediums on for Ricky J. So that's those out of the way for him as well. He can stick the softs on for race 2 and 3. Raffo's gone for the mediums race 1 as well, as has Valium Rage, as has Rob S. A lot of drivers getting rid of those early on then. Captain Pugwash on the softs, Skippy's on the mediums, Dodger's on the mediums, and Rick 2 is also on the mediums. Oh, now then, Mutt 36 all over the back of Ice Chand, running down towards the tricky 90-degree right-hander. Through the double apex left down towards the hairpin. So piling the pressure on now. Final lap if it's 15 minutes. Oh, they might squeeze another one in. Oh, sideways for Ice Chand. That's left the door open for Mutt 36 to get up the inside. Side by side into this next corner. Ice Chand's holding on to it. 36 can't just keep his car side by side through there. There's no way he can carry the speed and hold that inside line or as tight a line. Looking for another way past here though, Mutt 36. Trying to run around the outside. Oh, wrong way. Oh, he's run too far. He's run too far around that final corner. And he's binned it onto the sand. Oh, it was a good effort, Mutt 36. Unfortunately, not to be so far. Ice Chan then. Well, if it's 15 minutes. There it is. So we were right, Albert. We were right. Ice Chan then gets a little lap all to himself. Mutt 36 then tried his absolute hardest on those last few corners, but just wasn't able to take that one off of Ice Chan. Ended up binning it in the sand himself. Held on to second though. No Net came home in third. Ricky J, great result. Fourth for him on the mediums. He should be happy with that. Raffo came home in fifth, just behind him in the end. Rob S takes sixth. Valium Rage loses a position at the end there, comes home in seventh. Captain Pugwash takes eighth. Dodger takes ninth. Skippy 10th. And Rick 2 comes home in 11th. And here he is. Glory lap then for Ice Chand. So it tells me I've got 9 people watching on the live stream on actual YouTube, but none on my streaming software. Round that final corner then for Ice Chand and down towards the line. Comfortable win for, well, I say comfortable, apart from that last lap. He was just plodding around with Mutt 36 hanging around behind him. It wasn't until that last lap really that Mutt 36 thought, you know what, I want top spot. Just pushed it a little bit too hard though on that last lap. Yes, all 3 races 15 minutes. Yeah, I'm not gonna do it. It's not my lobby, so if they change it accidentally, then don't hold me accountable, Luke, Albert. All right. But they should be. It's only going to be a time of day change at the most, I can imagine. Might not even be that. It's no. So no, it's not going to be. So it's just tyre wear and fuel depletion that changes. So it goes from times 1 to times 2 into race 2. But it is reverse grid, and then it goes to times 3 in race 3. Straight, or not quite straight in. Thought we were straight into race 2 then. It looks like they're going to give the drivers a tiny little bit of a break. Reverse grids always... I suppose it depends which side of the fence you're sitting on. If you're sitting on my side of the fence or your side of the fence where you are, it's always makes for some good racing. If you're sitting on the side of the fence where the drivers are sitting, not so much. Yeah, the faster drivers coming through the lobby, coming through the field, can catch a few of the drivers out if they're not expecting it. Obviously, they carry a lot of speed into some of these corners versus some of the slower drivers. No offence, slower drivers. But it can just catch, well, it can catch both the faster and the slower drivers out, really, and can wreck everybody's race. But from our point of view, great, you go spinning around on the sand and smashing into the wall. You know, we don't want to see that, really, we don't want to see that, but it makes for good viewing. We want to see some side-by-side door nudging action, a little bit of paint rubbing and stuff like that. That's what we want to see. Let's try and be a bit more prepared for race 2, shall we, I think? Let's have a little blast of some of these liveries while we're here. Standard Mazda with Archie's Journey just blasted down that, should be on the rear arch. If you don't know, go check out Archie's Journey on Facebook. No Neck in the Flymo. Proven us wrong so far. I've not seen him Flymo in much at all. Rob S right behind him. The Advan Yokohama livery. Big number 7 smashed down the side of that. Rick 2. He's in the, what's that? Fibo de Lecurst. Some gobbledygook from Rick 2. He'll have to tell me what that is. Any Dutch fans in the lobby, in the chat, want to translate what that is? Or is it Fable, the best, or something? The best burger in the world ever. Fable. Right, that's enough of you. Captain Pugwash then. Fitting Marlboro livery with dark smoker smashed above it. Not that I smoke Marlboros, but you know, it's related, isn't it? Not going to see anybody else's because they're all in the pits. You don't get to see any sideways on views when drivers are in the pits. Don't take that line. Captain Pugwash 36 comes out of the pits. Let's have a quick look at him. Oh, he's in the McDonald's. We've already seen his multitude of fillet of fish yamming medals on the front. Got on the spoiler. It even says McDonald's on the spoiler. Good lad, he's not messing. So what we want to see this race is this man get off the line. Here we go then. Let's get ourselves up front. Change that view up. So hopefully Captain Pugwash has a better start in race 2. He was stuck on the line in race 1. He was near the back, but yeah, slowed him down. He did manage to make some positions back though. Right, lights go on then. We get ready for race 2 here then. People have found the horns. People have found the lights as well, and they're off to stomping his way down towards turn 1. Can he hold on to it? Dodger having a little look up the inside. Skippy having a look around the outside. Rick 2 then hangs on to it, gets a little wobble on through there. Hopefully he can carry the speed down towards turn 2 and 3. Coming up towards that 90-degree right-hander. Valiant Rage sticks one up the inside of Skippy. Not to be though. Skippy holding the line into the double apex left. Valiant 3rd then. Dodger in 4th. Rob S in 5th. Could all go wrong through here as well. Raffo 6th. Captain Pugwash 7th. Not stuck on the line at this race then. Ricky J in 8th. No Neck in 9th. Oh, I say that as Mutt 36 gets his... Oh no, he doesn't. Neck gets that line back into the next corner. Oh, Rob S. Rob S has left the lobby. Oh, I don't even know what happened to him then. I just saw him spearing across the track and into the wall, but he's left well, he's left the race, that's for sure. Whether he leaves the actual lobby, I don't know. But it is still Rick 2 that leads though, 0.4 of a second. As we start lap 2, down towards turn 1. Here we go then, you can't even see the apex. Bam! There it is. Wah! It comes up as a bit of a surprise, that one. And if you don't know this track, it's, you're done. You're done if you don't know this circuit. If you don't know that line or where the apex is on that corner, it's all over for you. Rick 2 then leads, then Valiant Rage in 2nd. A little bit of a gap back to 3rd place. Skippy in 3rd, then 1.2 seconds behind top 2. Dodger holding 4th. Raffo looking for that position, but in 5th. Captain Pugwash having a little look up the inside there. And carries the speed through. Leaves the door wide open for Ricky J as well to maybe make a move on Raffo. This is that tricky left-hander. Dodger gets a wobble on through there. Pugwash, Raffo and Ricky J close up. No Neck Monster tucked on the back end of this fight as well. There's Ice Chand. Mutt 36 is all the way back here. What's happening to Mutt 36? Positions changing up front. Captain Pugwash then into 4th. Raffo having a look. He's got the inside line into turn 1. Captain Pugwash trying to close the angle down on him. Didn't work. Raffo then into 4th if he stays on circuit. He does. A little bit slow. Ricky J's managed to close the gap up on these 2. He's dragging, there's Ice Chan just getting his way past Dodger. Whoa! A little bit of contact there, maybe. I don't know. But Captain Pugwash hanging on to the drift in 5th. Unfortunately, Ricky J, I think, was maybe involved in that. He was going sideways on the other side of the circuit. now down in 9th position behind No Neck Monster, and there is Mutt36 trying to close that gap up. Yeah, not sure what happened to Mutt36, whether he was involved in the incident with Rob S, I don't know. Valiant Rage though, we've missed the swap for the lead. He's managed to get his way past Rick 2. Rick 2 though, still in a good position here, still getting a toe off of Valiant Rage down the start-finish straight. Little way back though, won't be able to make a move into turn 1. Needs to be able to close that gap back up though and have another go on the next lap. Skippy still holding third, 1.9 seconds behind these two. Raffo closing up on him though, just 0.7 of a second back. Sideways into turn 1. Carrying the speed though, even with that little bit of sideways action, closes that gap up on Skippy. Not enough to make the move. Oh, nice Chand has come storming through, he's into 5th already. Captain Pugwash trying to hang on to him. No Name Monster 7th. Ricky J now trying to make his way past Dodger. Around the outside on every corner there, Ricky J. There is Mutt36 still closing that gap up then, just 1.6 seconds behind Ricky J now, only into lap 4. Just about to hit that 5-minute mark, so a third of the way in. Mutt36 just about to get himself involved in this fight again then. So Valiant Rage starts to pull a little bit of a gap up front, 1.1 seconds it was just at, so Rick 2 falls out of the tow range. Skippy under threat though. Raffo's got himself side by side with Skippy. Where is he? There he is. Oh, not quite side by side. Nice Chan comes swinging around the outside though. Raffo, has he got issues? Oh, I think Raffo's got wheel issues again. Look, he's running slow. He's wiggling from side to side. Yeah, I think he's got wheel input issues. He's having double stabs and triple stabs at this corner. It's not looking good for him. Nice Chanden all over the back of Skippy, looking for third already. He's got another 4 seconds to hunt down those drivers up front. This is all going to work out for him. Mutt36 at the back of the field at the minute. He's quite near the front. If he can get himself to the front, it's maximum points for race 2. Whereas Mutt36 is still fighting his way through the crowd at the minute. Valiant Rage pulls a little bit more time, 1.4 seconds as we hit lap 6. 5 as Rick 2 comes across the line. Skippy then still holding on to that third. Ice Chan looking for that one off him, 0.3 of a second. Behind him as we come down to turn 1. We're going to sling one up the inside. Ice Chan, no. Skippy goes wide through there, he's off track. Ice Chan is given the position. As easy as that through turn 1. Skippy not quite getting the apex right on that one. Maybe carrying a little bit too much speed through, and onto the grass he goes, or sand. Ice Chan then through to third, Skippy 4th. He's now going to have a little bit of a worry about Captain Pugwash, only 2.3 seconds back. No Neck in 6th then, again still not cutting grass. Mutt36 is slowly carving his way through the field, up into 7th. Past Dodger, past Raffo, past Ricky J. Ricky J still looking for a way past Dodger actually. Right behind him. For a different line into this last corner. Trying to cut the apex. The speed onto this start-finish straight. Dodger gets a little bit of a slip on. Ricky J's going to carry the speed. He has got a mirror full of Raffo himself. Raffo's car might be fixed. Dodger then looking for a way past. Raffo carrying the speed. He's got the slipstream off of Ricky J. He's going to pass both of them. Around the outside he goes. Holds it on the track as well. Great bit of driving there from all three. Been absolute chaos in turn 1 with 3 drivers trying to get through there, and overtakes happening. Ricky J getting his little pink monster sideways. scooching it around that long left-hander. You can hear the tiles just screaming on the way through there. He's on the soft tyre for race 2. Rick 2 then still hanging on to him, 1.4 seconds behind him. Ice Chando closing that gap up pretty rapidly, 1.4 seconds behind Rick 2. Only 2.5 now behind race leader Valium. He's only got 6 minutes to have a go at him though. Skippy holding on to 4th. Not managed to hang on to Ice Chando, 1.8 seconds back. Pugwash another 2 seconds behind him, so has taken about 2 or 3 tenths out of Skippy's time. But 36 takes another position. He's got past No Neck Monster. He's into 6th. No Neck coming back under threat from Raffo. Seems his equipment is all working a little bit better now. I can imagine there was some swearing going on behind his sim racing kit, that's for sure. He's right in the thick of it now, hunting down No Neck Monster. Oh, having a look at the inside on the double apex. That's caught him out a little bit. Wasn't able to make that move. Still piling the pressure on No Neck through here though. Jay got himself past the Dodger, but nowhere past these two at the minute, blocking this whole circuit off. Raffo up the inside though on No Neck into this last corner. Oof. Compromised exit there for No Neck. That's going to cost him. Ricky J's right behind him on the exit of that final turn. And he'll push him all the way down this track until he needs to swing out. There you go, looking for that position. On the inside line, Ricky J gets a little bit of a wobble on, carries the speed out though. No Neck not quite able to come back at him down into this next corner. Dodger still hanging on to this final place at the minute, 1.3 seconds back. Unfortunately, we've lost Rob S. So Valium Rage has pulled a bit of a gap over Rick 2. I think Rick 2's far too busy worrying about this man. 0.3 of a second behind him, and they're in trying to hang on to that second position is Rick 2. 4 minutes remaining. Ice Chan though, side by side with him into this last corner, and up the inside he goes. Just carrying a little bit too much speed up there. Nothing that Rick 2 could do about that. I suppose he could have shut the door on him, but chaos for the both, and sticks himself back into the slipstream though. Carries the speed down this start finish straight. 2.5 back to Skippy then. Captain Pugwash takes another 0.6 out of Skippy's time. Running out of time and laps to have a go at him though. Just needs to get himself within slipstream range on that start finish straight. Oh, with a lap to go, but ooh, he dips some wheels on the grass. That's going to slow him right down. Oh, it has. It brings Mutt 36 even closer. Mutt now within tow range. Carries a little bit too much speed through that turn 1. Captain Pugwash falls off the back of Skippy, loses that 0.6 of a second time he had made up on him. But look at this, Mutt 36 all over the back of him now. Raffo 7th. Out of danger from Ricky J. Danger from No Neck Monster as well. No Neck on the mediums for race 2, and Dodger on the softs now looking for that position off him. He's closed the gap down a little bit, taking about 0.5 of a second off of him. Okay, 2.5 minutes remaining. Valium Rage with a 2.1 seconds lead over Ice Chand. Background, who was that having a go at? It's Mutt 36 having a go at Pugwash down towards turn 1. He's carrying the speed. He'll have the line into the corner. Oof. Don't know what happened there, Mutt 36. That was the weirdest, most random, weirdest line through that corner ever. Unfortunately, that's stung Mutt 36. Race 2 attempt right in the you-know-whats. Captain Pugwash doing the right thing though. Again, I'm not blaming Captain Pugwash for that at all. That was Mutt 36 has got himself up the inside. You know, Captain Pugwash wasn't pressuring him, but it was almost like Mutt 36's car took a different line through there. It just all of a sudden was in the way. It didn't seem right. That's all I'm saying. That gap coming down then. Ice Champ 1.7 seconds behind him. Obi, evening. Why aren't you racing tonight? Chan, 1.6 seconds. Can he get up the rear end of Valium Rage? Another fastest lap for him there, 1:13.707. I think he took fastest lap in race 1 as well. Gap down to 1.3. He's piling the pressure on then. Last minute on the race timer. They will see another lap after this one. These two will at least. Rick 2 then holding third. Skippy still 1.9 seconds behind him. Raffo in 5th. J in 6th, No Neck in 7th, Mutt 36 getting tangled up with Pugwash. He's in 8th position. Dodger in 9th. There is Pugwash in 10th. Hazards on. Again, you know, you can go and have a look at my footage. I'm sure there'll be people looking at the footage after the race as well. But yeah, that just seemed weird from my perspective. Mutt 36's car seemed to do something bizarre at that very point. Across the line they go then, just the pair of them. Rick 2 crosses the line then, he does take third, first man to cross the line and actually take a position. Skippy's going to come home in 4th. Raffo takes 5th. Just trying to make sure that nothing happens. Ricky J takes 6th, 36 7th. No Neck in 8th, Dodger in 9th, Captain Pugwash 10th. Right, can Ice Chan get Valium on this final lap? 1.1, 1.2 seconds. Just got to keep it sensible really, Valium. Ice Chan will close up on him, but as long as he keeps his car in the right position, Ice Chan shouldn't. He's too far back now to have a go into this final corner, and well, unless he goes for an absolute manoeuvre, and even then I think it'll just end up being terrifying for them both. Closes the gap down a little bit, but it's not to be. It's looking good for Valium Rage. Then round that final corner, down towards the line, he does take a race 2 win. Then Ice Chan pressed hard, came from the back of the field, but was only able to get to 2nd. It was a good race though. Oh, were you? Oh, okay. Yeah, they're good fun, the Mazdas. They're a little bit loose, and the fact you have to stick a set of mediums on at some point just can, you know, again, catch some of these drivers out. Autopolis or Autopolis can be a bit of a tricky. Oh, Rob S is back. Okay, so we're going to see him in race 3 then. Yeah, Autopolis or Autopolis. It's not one of the widest circuits, that's for sure. Can be some good racing though. The full length track is pretty good as well. Right, final race of the season then coming up. Another 15 minutes here at Autopolis. Yeah, anybody not stuck the medium tyres has to use them in this final race. I can't imagine anyone saved them for the last race of the season. You never know though, someone might have forgotten. Rob S then back for, or maybe Rob S. Oh no, he's on the soft, yeah, we'll let him off. I think he might have had the mediums on in race 1 anyway. Ooh, Ice Chan, in fact, he's got a set of mediums on. And Mutt 36 and Captain Pugwash. That might change though before the race actually starts, so you know, Ice Chan is ripping around on his medium, so possibly getting a few practice laps in. So do you know what now? I don't even know who's winning this championship. It could be this man. Mutt Mut 36 was leading the championship. Didn't take first in race 1, allowed Ice Chan to have it. Still gaining good points, obviously, but then something happened in race 2, ended up a long way back. Oof. Oh, it's just 11 points. I mean, the advantage is kind of in Mut 36's hands at the moment. But is that before this race, Chris, or is that including these 2 races we've just watched? That's the. Is that what you're saying? Let me find that image again, and I can tell you. Why do we always pick the wrong one? Oh, okay, yeah, so it is just 11 points between them now. So if Mut 36 has a really bad race in medium tyres, sideways action, backwards Ice Chan. Including, there we go. Chris B just confirming it in the chat. There you go, Chris. Another question in the chat for you. I don't work out the points, Albert. 20 points for first. How many for second? It's not an 11-point gap, I'll tell you that. And again, it's all in Mutt's favour at the minute. If he's leading the way, he actually starts. Oh no, apologies. Final race is positions from race 2, so Ice Chan starts at the front. Well, Mut 36 has got to stomp his way through to the second position at least. 1 point for fastest lap as well. Yeah, Ice Chan, he's racking them up then. You're going to give us an update once the race is finished, Chris? I hope so. Not sure if we're still waiting on any kind of what am I thinking of, stewards' inquiries for the super formulas, but I was waiting for those points as well. But I'm not. I don't think I've had the finals. Ricky J's got that last corner wrong. He's on the softs though. Right, lobby being set for the final race. Here we go then. Where is Mut 36? Ooh, in 7th position. Again, he's got to make his way through. If it finishes like this, it's in Ice Chan's hand. There it is then. Lights go out. Everyone gets a great start this time. Nobody's stuck. Nobody's spinning around, going sideways. Valiant Rage then leads us down towards turn 1. Ice Chan wants his way through ASAP. 2 as well. Oof, Ricky J getting a wobble on through turn 1. Sure, he's a little pink card jut sideways, but he's managed to hang on to it. Whoa, there's tyres screeching somewhere. Have a flick back through. I think everyone's still driving, just getting wobbles on. Valiant Rage then leading on the softs. Ice Chan on those mediums in 2nd. Whether he can hang on to that position on the mediums. Oh, Valiant Rage! He sticks himself in the wall, gives Ice Chan the lead. What an absolute wobble that was through there. There he goes into the wall for Valiant Rage. From the lead to the back, unfortunately for him. That was far too quick and far too early on to not be at the back of the race. Brick 2 then, chasing down Ice Chan on the soft tyre himself. Raffo right behind him, also on the soft tyre. Mut 36 already up into 4th. And not too far back, just 2.5 seconds again on that medium tyre. A lot of drivers around him on the soft. Skippy right behind him on those softs. Ricky J also on the softs. Oh, Mut 36 goes a little bit wide. Ooh, Skippy, oh my god, he's all kicking off in the midfield. Rob S has come absolutely pinning through the pack. Past Ricky J, packs no neck. Yeah, I'll have you as well, Skippy. Oh, he gets a drift on through there. Skippy trying to carry the speed. Hunting down Mut 36 then in 4th. Soft tyres on board for Rob S. So he just pinned his way past all these drivers. Skippy Skippy's on the softs. No Neck's on the softs. Ricky J's on the softs. Captain Pugwash is on the mediums. Dodger, fortunately, got himself a penalty on those soft tyres. A little bit of a half second he's going to have to drop, and there is Valiant Rage back on track. It's a long way down. 7.7 seconds off the back of Dodger. 13.5 seconds off the lead driver. This man is still hanging on to that race lead on the mediums. Rick 2 right behind him. Raffo right behind him. 2.5 back to Mutt in 5th then. Get ourselves on a little bit of chase cam. We'll see if these three can give us a little bit of entertainment. Carrying speed through there. Top 6 finish to win. Oof, there it is, I think. I'll just read the rest of the chat. Try not to miss the race. Rick 2 gets a bit of a wide line through there. Raffo had a little bit of a look, but nowhere for him to go. 2 then. A bit wide through the hairpin as well. Nobody able to get past Ice Chand or close up. Ice Chand on those medium tyres for this final race. Tyre wearers at ×3 as well. Shouldn't affect them too much in this 15-minute race. It will obviously start to show a little bit more on the soft tyres. It doesn't look like they've kind of got any more grip currently. I say that as Ice Chan gets a little wobble on through there himself. Rick 2 closing up using that slipstream right behind him, dragging Raffo along then. Both drivers closing up on this lead driver. Chan sticks his car in the middle of the circuit. Rick 2 fires himself out to the left hand side. Raffo holds that middle line through there. Ice Chan still holds on to that lead. Rick 2's going to have a little look down towards this right hander, but I don't think he's close enough. Ice Chan having to use every inch of this circuit. Medium tyres just pushing him through these corners. He's keeping himself up front. Oh, he's got a wobble on out of there. He nearly did a Valium just at that point. There's Rick 2 and Raffo back into striking distance, carrying great speed up towards this final corner. I see a move here from one of these three. We'll go and have a look to see what else is happening on track in a second. Nobody having a move. 2 closes that door off from Raffo. They are bumper to bumper though, coming out of that final corner. Big train of drivers trying to hunt them down. Rob S has managed to squeeze his way past Mutt 36. Again, Mutt's on those soft tyre, the medium tyres. Rick 2 up. Well, Ice Chan just pretty much just backed out of that. Allowed Rick 2 to go through, allowed Raffo to go through. Is he slowing down? Is he going to allow himself to get neck and neck with Mutt 36? Does he just like a challenge? What's going on? Right, let's see what else is happening. Ice Chan then falling back to 3rd. Rob S in 4th, closing up on this 3 drivers up front. Skippy in 5th. Mutt 36 in 6th now. No Neck Monster right behind him as well. Ricky J not too far back. Captain Pugwash still in this fight. Medium tyres on. Dodger in 10th. Valiant Rage now is closing back up. So he pinned himself into this very wall on lap 1. Now only 2.6 behind the Dodger. Only 10 seconds behind race leader. Still on here, top 4 are going to be bumper to bumper, although I think Rob S is about to have a move on Ice Chan here as well, is he? Maybe not quite close enough. No, backs off into turn 1, trying to close the gap. Not enough. Ice Chan then keeps himself in touch with those top 2. But 36 gets himself back into 5th. Skippy 6th, No Neck in 7th. Dodger then falls down to the back of the pack. Valiant Rage makes up a position. And it's still all kicking off here at the front. Raffo then through to the lead of the race. Rick 2 now in 2nd position. Rob S in 3rd. Ice Chand in 4th, so I think he's just struggling against these drivers on the faster tyres. Medium tyres just not able to carry the speed around these corners. Did well to defend on them though. There is Mud 36 just behind them. Still kicking off here at the front. Nice Chand as well. Again, still keeping himself in this fight. Just 0.2 of a second back on those medium tyres. Mud 36 is closing back up on there. 1.4 seconds behind him. No Neck in 6th. Skippy 7th. Mickey J in 8th. Captain Pugwash in 9th. Valiant Rage again just got past Dodger. There is Dodger in 11th. Rob S has made his way past Rick 2 now into 2nd position. Rick 2 now got a mirror full of Ice Chand, but there is Mud 36. Less than a second back, again on those medium tyres. And there's his main rival, but where do we stand if they finish like this, Chris? I assume it's still Mud 36. That 11-point lead. Can Rob S chase down the leader, Raffo? A second gap between them. Top 4 drivers starting to break apart a little bit now. A second back to Rick 2 in 3rd as well. Ice Chand just a quarter of a second back and closing down towards turn 1. Rick 2 slightly later on the brakes on those stickier tyres. Able to hold on to that one. 36 carried a lot of speed through, but not able to close that gap upon Rick 2 or Ice Chand. Mickey J then having a little look at No Neck Monster. Nothing in it between those two, just 0.3 of a second. Mickey J gets a switch on through there. Pugwash 1.2 seconds back on his medium tyres. Valiant Rage in 9th then. Skippy's got it wrong. Dodger's got himself back into 10th, and Skippy's now got it wrong. So he's been off track somewhere, picked himself up a half a second penalty that he's got to lose as well. What a shame. It's not good enough you've driven yourself off track. It gives you a penalty as well. That's it's a double kick, isn't it? That's what that is. Raffo leads then at 10 minutes into race 3, final race of the season in the Mazda Challenge. Fastest lap as well for Raffo, now he's out front. Rob S gets that time down though, 2.7 of a second, brings himself into tow range. Rick 2 still fending off these 2 drivers behind on medium tyres. Mud 36 has a look up the inside of Ice Chand here. A little look up the inside of Rick 2 as Rick 2 gets a nudge in the rear bumper. Well to hang on to that one. Mud 36 obviously pressing really hard to try and get as many points as possible. He certainly needs to make sure he stays within winning distance of Ice Chand. Able to get his car up behind Rick 2's through that corner, and I think it's just a little bit of bumper contact. Sent the rear end of Rick 2's car a little bit sideways. He's in a good position here, right behind Rick 2 down this start-finish straight. Rick 2 decides he's going to stick behind Ice Chand for the tow, and it's not worked for Mud 36. Then back onto the inside line. But he's gone wide. He's back on track, but that's going to slow him down. Can Mud 36 carry the speed? He did dip a couple of wheels on the sand himself. It's going to be Rick 2 that holds on to that 4th for the time being. That's given Ice Chand a great big block of breathing room. How far is he? 1.3 seconds ahead of this fight now. Look, No Neck Monster and Ricky J right behind these two. Adding rage up into 8th. He's got himself past Captain Pugwash as well. So that mistake right at the start, it's, although it cost him, he's been able to get himself back involved in the race. But Raffo holding on to it. 2.5 minutes left then. Rob S was a little bit closer on that previous lap, but a little bit of time left. Might be able to close the gap down into turn 1 here. Takes a couple of tenths out of him on the braking on the way in. Down towards this right-hander. Still 0.7 of a second between these two. Nice Chad comfortably in 3rd then. Mutt 36 looking at the inside of Rick 2. Through he goes. 2 not leaving the door open for anyone else. Ricky J having a little look up the inside of No Neck Monster. Valium's tucked himself onto the back end of this fight now as well. On for a couple more positions. Oh, tricky corner for everyone to try and get round. Rick 2 and the Flymo. No Neck Monster are side by side. 2 through this long left-hander. Leaves plenty of room for No Neck. Unfortunately, that might just leave the door open for everybody else. Here they come, streaming up towards this final corner then. Oh, a little bit of door banging, Oh, Ricky J's been tangled. Oh, Rick 2's been tangled. No Neck Monster got tangled. Oh, Rick 2's going to be absolutely fuming. He won't even finish this race. Oh, he was doing really good as well. Unfortunately, Rick 2 looked just like a genuine racing incident. There we go, Rick 2 left the room. I'm sure we'll hear something about that in the chat later. So, less than a minute on the race clock. Final round of the Mazdas here. These two will probably see another lap. Still a second in it between them. Rob not been able to close that gap up. It's still looking good for the championship win for Mutt 36 here, keeping himself right with Ice Chand. Again, Ice Chand backed off race lead for some reason, allowed Raffo and Rick 2 to come through, but then fought his way back. So they have managed to cross the line then. It is going to be Ice Chand that takes the first of the position, so 3rd he comes home in. 36, 2.7 seconds behind him in 4th. Valium Rage through into 5th. Great result from the back of the pack and a crash into the wall. Pugwash in 6th. No Neck Monster in 7th. Dodger comes home in 8th position. Ricky J 9th. Skippy takes 10th. Unfortunately, we lost Rick 2 due to that incident on the last lap. Oh! Raffo, what have you done? What have you done, Raffo? Rob S then through into the lead. 7 seconds. Did you bin it in turn 1, Raffo? Handed the win then to Rob S in the final race, and he's just got to absolutely cruise around now. Up the mutt from Albert in the chat. Yeah, he takes the championship. Yeah, what happened to Raffo? What happened to Raffo? Sure, that will be in the chat later as well. Around that final corner then for Rob S, down towards the line. He's going to take the final win of the season, and there is Raffo coming in behind him. Binned it in turn 1, I guarantee you. Mulson, no problem at all. No problem at all. I usually cover the P1 stuff anyway, majority of it. 1 or 2 that I don't catch, but most of it I do. But there it is, Rob S taking the final win of the season. Mutt 36 taking the overall championship win though. Ice Chand coming in home in 2nd. Who took 3rd? Chris, who was 3rd? Who took... Come on. Put your right pin code in your phone, you clown. Oh, was P1 Rob. So yeah, No Neck Monster got a fair few points in there. I might have secured him that third position. And everybody else was pretty much all over the place tonight. Drivers backwards and forwards in the field. But that's the Mazdas. That's Autopolis or Autopolis. Again, it's just one of those things. The Mazdas are a little bit loose again, so it does play into it. But that's it for the season for the Mazdas. When's the GT3 World Series? Is that June the 2nd? Did somebody say? June the 2nd, I think that starts. So that'll be 9 o'clock. Mutt 36 coming in the chat then. Who's the champion? You're the champion, Mutt. Rob. So it was Rob that came in third then. Okay. Did manage to hold on to it. Fair enough. So yes, that's it from the Mazdas. I am back. When am I back? I don't even know what day it is today. What is it? Thursday. It must be. It's Mazdas, you idiot. So back on Monday night with the DSC Premier League. So that's the Red Bull Radicals. A couple of short little races there as well. They're a little bit loose like these things. So come and check those out. And then Wednesday night still with the Classic DTMs, the Team Oliver Racing Classic DTMs. So the Mercedes and the MR2s and stuff like that. So that's Wednesday night at 8:30. And then yeah, Monday night at 8 o'clock. That's what we've got. Again, the kicked out the lobby. The GT3 World Series for the P1 boys, that starts June the 2nd, and then we've got GTTCC starting. That's the GR4 League. That's starting at the end of July. So keep your ears to the ground. If you want to get yourself involved in some racing, obviously go join these groups: Mature Racing Club, P1 Race Community, DSC Sim Racing, DK10 Sim Racing Community. Go find them on Facebook and go sign yourselves up and get yourselves involved in some racing. Again, you know, there's racing incidents. People do get bumped and barged off track. Unfortunately, it does seem to be, you know, one or two drivers getting tangled up. You could see that one with Rick 2 and Ricky J. You know, it's just one of those things. 3 or 4 drivers trying to get through the same corner together. It's never going to work out, is it? But yeah, that's it from me tonight. That's it from the Mazdas as well. I'm sure they'll be back. It's been a couple of seasons of these. So yes, I hope you've liked what you've watched. If you have, give it a like, comment, subscribe, all that sort of stuff. What I want you to do is tell your mates and tell your mums. My name's Dark Smoker. I'm out of it.